All right, listen up, everybody. Who's ready to talk about the locked-in lifestyle? So this is me, and I said Billy Floyd and the greatest team ever. My name is Billy Floyd. I'm going to get into a little introduction momentarily, but first off, I want to tell you about my amazing team that I have. The greatest mother of all time. Who has a wonderful mom in here? Who's got the best mom ever? Let me tell you something, okay? Every single day, you have to be grateful for your mom. Tell her that you love her. Tell her that you're grateful for all she does for you, because I know she does everything for you, right? Laundry, food, cooking, kissing, hugging, everything under the sun. So please, every day, do not take a day off. Give your mother all that love, okay? Clap it up for the moms. These are all my guys, my homies rocking the locked-in lifestyle hoodies. I got the best people in the business working for me, and I'm working for them, and we're working all together. We're going to dive more into who you should be around and who you should run it up with in a few minutes, but that is just a little introduction. There's my team. We're talking about the locked-in lifestyle, okay? So here we go. Let's roll right into it. Next slide. Here we go. Oh, no, we missed one. There we go. Okay, so who am I? My name is Billy Floyd. Come on, everybody give it up for Billy Floyd. Come on. Thank you so much. So here's a few things that I do. There's me. I'm wearing a locked-in hoodie. I get people locked in. Can I tell you about what that means? Being locked in means that you're locked in on being yourself, okay? You're not going to be changing for nobody. You're you, unapologetically. I don't care what people think about you being you. You're going to stay that way regardless. Locked in on being yourself. Also, when you're locked in on doing what you want to do. You're locked in on chasing your dreams, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of times in your life where people are going to tell you, you're too crazy, you cannot get this done. You think you can do this? You should do that. Come on, this is way better for you. All those people are respectfully wrong. You know your dreams. You know what you want to do deep down. Even if you haven't figured it out yet, you know what kind of things you want to try. So being locked in means that you're trying everything that you want to do. You're locked in on chasing your dreams. It also means that you're locked in on being around fantastic people. Being around all the right people. People who are going to make you better. Here's a great quote. You're going to love this one. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated, okay? So you want to show up to places where people are clapping for you. They're cheering for you. They're supporting you. They're complimenting the way you look, what you did, how you're doing. They're celebrating your existence, and they're giving you love, okay? You're not going to be around people who are talking negatively about others. You're not going to be around people who talk negatively about who they are. Are you kidding me? We're in the business of self-love and knowing that we are the best. We're not comparing ourselves. We're not better than anybody else. But we know in our reality, we are the best. So we're not going to go where people are like, oh, good to see you. Hey, how are you? No. We're going where people are like, yo, what is going on? How you doing today, playing? What's up? That's the type of energy that we need, okay? You feel me? Come on, one more time, a little dap up. Yeah, that's where we're pulling up, where you are celebrated. So that's what I want to do. Being locked in means that you are committing to elevating and being better in every possible way. So if I can pull up to the school, if I can pull up to the gym, if I can pull up to the arena, I don't care where I go. I'm going to get people locked in, okay? Get people on that positive mindset. Give it up for positivity and for being locked in. Coach Mike Sharp already said it. I'm the arena host for the Adirondack Thunder. Here's a shot of me and 3 of my little homies from the Adirondack Thunder Cool Insuring Arena. And like we just talked about, it is the greatest position I've ever had in my life. The whole time, I'm talking to the fans. I'm hanging out with the kids. We're putting people on the big screen. You want to come out on center ice? and take a shot for a chance to win $600 or a free hot tub, yeah, I'm calling you up and you're getting out there and we're doing it big, all right? I know everybody wants a free hot tub, right? Yeah. Who doesn't want a free hot tub? If you make the shot. No one's ever done it before, but I like your ambition.
Is it like a full thing?
A full-on hot tub. 4 seats.
I don't have space for a hot tub.
Talk to your parents. They'll figure something out. So what's up?
So when you take the shots, like across the
center ice, all the way down. It's very tough. You get 2 shots. If you guys want in, call me up, all right? So that's what I do. I'm the arena host for the Adirondack Thunder. I'm also the commissioner of the Legacy Basketball League at Legacy Fitness Club. This is my best friend, Chris Wortman. He owns Legacy Fitness Club in Guilderland, New York. He built a gym out of nothing. He had a vision once upon a time that he wanted to build a facility where he could invite kids, parents, anybody under the sun to come work out in a positive, locked-in environment. So he asked me to be the commissioner of his basketball league that is through his gym that is now 2 years old, almost 2 years old. And look at this. We have a tiny little rink-dink scoreboard. You can't even see how tiny this shot clock is. And you know what we did? We have no material. We barely have any money. So we used the parking lot. We used chalk. We measured out an entire basketball court, hand-built 2 basketball hoops to make a full court. We ordered jerseys. We got kids to sign up. We had 11 teams last year. Every Tuesday, Thursday night, we would run it up. There'd be kids grilling burgers and hot dogs. We'd have music blasting. We'd have fans showing up, courtside seating. We had a national anthem singer come to all of our games. And this is all just a couple of guys who wanted to make something happen, all right? We didn't have the right materials for it, but we knew whatever it takes. We're going to get the tiny scoreboard, we're going to get the tiny clock, we're going to invite the kids to play, and we're going to give them an opportunity. So for him to give me that opportunity as the commissioner for the Legacy League, one of the greatest honors I've ever been a part of. If you're a national anthem singer, let me know. We can have you come to the arena, aka the parking lot, and you can sing for us, all right? I know there's some talented voices in here somewhere. I also work for companies and organizations such as Wingman of the Year, which is a social media outlet. They do a bunch of positive stories. They talk about the importance of being a wingman. Who knows what a wingman is? Anybody? What's a wingman?
Like a right-hand man, left-hand man, people that's beside you the whole time.
This guy is a genius. I love this guy. Being a wingman is being a good person. Being that guy's right-hand man, being that gal's left-hand man. You're going to hook people up with opportunities. You're going to hook people up with greatness. You're going to hook people up with chances to become better. That is what a real wingman is. You're going to introduce 2 people who could then help each other down the line. Does that make sense? That's what being a wingman is all about. So if you have Instagram, if you have social media, my friend Hunter and Max, they created the whole page. They got about 10,000 followers on Instagram. I think nearly 100,000 on TikTok. So I help them with content, I help them with video creation, we interview people on the street, we walk around town complimenting other people, getting it on video and their reactions. It's really positive and fun stuff, so I really love doing that. Next, on the things that I do, I'm in a music group that pushes positivity and the locked-in lifestyle. Here are my guys, that's Jay Sway and Colby G. We're on top of a U.S. Air Force plane at the Schenectady Air Museum. We shot one of our music videos entirely on top of different airplanes and aircrafts. Is there anybody in here that would like to hear a quick verse from one of our songs? Anybody? Okay, this song is called Get What You Want. So I make the songs with Jay Sway and Colby G. It's hip hop, it's positive, and it's all to make you better. Anybody want to hear the quick verse?
Yes,
all right, ready? This is it. I know that you're hungry, you better devour. A beast lives within. Unleash your power. Losers will judge while we take what's ours. Damn, they'll feel stupid when we become stars. Everything I say always comes true. Talk your it'll work for you too. Speak it, believe it, then make your move. Why stay still when you got something to prove? You owe it to yourself to be an all-time great. Embrace all the pressure, you can handle the weight. Don't wait around, you ain't getting saved. One day you'll be grateful for the path you paved. On Spotify and Apple Music. My name is Billy Floyd. You can look up all of our songs. That song title is called Get What You Want. Did you hear those lyrics? Go get what you want. Talk your talk it. It'll work for you too. You'll get what you want through speaking it into existence, all right? We're going to talk much more about that coming up. But if you're in the business of positivity, listening to good music that will make you better, that is what I'm talking about, all right? And last but certainly not least, I'm an advocate for all original creators, entrepreneurs, and dream chasers here in the capital region and beyond. And what I say, when I say I'm an advocate, I mean I'm a supporter, okay? When you see somebody who's creating something, when you see somebody that's promoting something that you like, when you see someone who's chasing their dreams, you gotta support them. You gotta tell them, great job. You gotta shake their hand and compliment them for their work. I know we already talked about that a little bit, but when you see people doing something extraordinary, when you see someone doing something that you heavily admire, you have to do everything you can to show them, hey, I'm here, I'm cheering for you, because it's very easy to quit on your dreams because you're not getting that support. So be that person to give that support and give that person a reason to never quit. Does that make sense? Come on, let's make some noise for being locked in and for pushing positivity. All right, next, I want to talk about my grandfather. His name is Ernie Anastas. I would not be here today without my papu. That is Greek for grandfather. This is my guy. Who knows Giannis Antetokounmpo, the basketball player? I don't know if you can see from that far away, but there's Giannis. Those are his younger brothers. That's my papu, my cousins. There's myself, and there's my yaya. That's my grandmother. That's Giannis. My grandfather, he's Greek, and when Giannis Antetokounmpo had his basketball clinic in New York City several years back, the Antetokounmpo family asked my grandfather to be the MC for his banquet after the basketball camp. So if that doesn't tell you about his legacy in just a short little story, one of the greatest basketball players on the planet asked my grandfather to be the speaker at his banquet. I mean, come on. Give it up for Giannis and Ernie. This guy's a legend. There he is with his news team. There he is. That's him when he was working for Fox 5 in New York City. He's interviewing this wonderful lady. That was me and him back in November of 2022, so just a couple months ago. He still looks exactly the same. He's an ageless wonder. He's 79 years old, but he's got the mentality of an 18-year-old kid that is still trying to get better every single day. I'm so excited to talk more about him. There's me and him. Can anybody guess where this photo was taken? I don't know if you can tell, but there's me and him. We're sitting on a bench. I got a Yankee jersey on. Anybody know? Yankee Stadium. He got me in to meet all the players when I was a little kid. I got to shake Derek Jeter's hand. I got to shake Mariano Rivera's hand. Yeah, some Yankee legends. What's up?
See, the thing is, none of us have met all these people. We met you.
Yes.
We met all of them.
Yep.
But have we met them?
You haven't.
Can you get Derek Jeter's number from me?
Well, what if we could?
Maybe, well, I'm going to tell you how you can one day. I'm going to tell you how you can. So my grandfather, he is a wingman. He is the people's plug. He hooks everybody up with positivity and greatness. Here I listed some of his accomplishments, but these accomplishments aren't why he's so great. He was in the news business for over 45 years, worked in New York City for every single television station, had his own show called Positively Ernie, won 30 Emmy Awards, which is the highest honor anybody could win in TV news. He won 30 awards, record-breaking, Hall of Fame-worthy greatness. But what made him so great was who he was as an individual. And I wouldn't be here without him and everything that he taught me. When I was 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, he used to take me to New York City with him. Keep in mind, he's the king of the city. That's where he did all his damage. That's where everybody knew this guy and what he was doing. And we would walk around the streets. We'd pop into restaurants. We'd pop into stores. We'd just be walking along the streets. And every single person, and when I say every single person, I'm not leaving anybody out. I mean every single person is going up to this guy and they're wanting a handshake, a hug, a kiss, a conversation, an autograph, a selfie, a picture, you name it. And he took the time. It didn't matter what was on this guy's agenda. He took the time to give everybody the attention that they deserved. He treated every single person like they were the only person in the entire world. And I remember being 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, what the heck is going on? I've never been around any individual where this is happening. People are swarming this guy, worshiping this guy, all because of who he is. And he didn't do what he does because he needs the attention. He doesn't need the round of applause. He doesn't need all that glory. He wants to do what he does because he wants to make people feel that special way when they're around him. Does that make sense? He got his joy by walking around and giving someone not only the highlight of their day, but pretty much the highlight of their entire life. They got to meet Ernie Anastas, get his autograph, take a picture. I mean, that is the greatest moment of these people's lives. And that's why he did it. He wanted to be that inspiration and that light for everybody. So as I got older, now I'm 9, 10, 11, 12, I'm starting to understand, oh my God, this isn't just my grandfather, this isn't just my papu, this is an icon. How do I learn from this guy? How can I be like Ernie Anastas? And I never wanted to be him, because you can't be somebody else, but you can learn so much from people that you admire, and then you can add it to your bag. So I never said, I want to be Ernie Anastas, I want to be my papu. I said, I want to take what my papu was great at, and I want to take his vibe, and I want to instill it into my game so I can be the best Billy Floyd of all time, the one and only Billy Floyd. Does that make sense? Give it up for being a one-of-one, you and you, okay? So my inspiration, among so many others, is Ernie Anastas. I want you guys, when you go home, think about people that you look up to, whether that's your parents, a good friend of yours, an artist that you like, an athlete, an author, anybody that you personally know or don't know at all. Think about why you love this person and why you admire them so much. And then think to yourself, if they're making this happen because they're doing it this way, I'm going to try how they're doing it. And I'm going to add that to my repertoire. And I'm going to see how I can be the best version of myself, all right? So look at your inspirations, look at people you look up to, and think to yourself, all right, they're doing the thing, I want to do it just like them, but in my own way. Does that make sense? Come on, one more time for Ernie Anastas. We're cruising. Okay, these are my 3 favorite Ernie Anastas quotes. He told me about these when I was younger. He reiterates them in all of his Instagram videos, in our conversations that we have. Anytime we get the chance to talk, he's just dropping wisdom on me. And I'm taking it, I'm getting a syringe, and I'm injecting it directly into my veins. Oh, it feels so good. Overdosing on positivity. Here's my first one. Do what you love doing the most, because that's the avenue to your success. Do what you love doing the most, because that's the avenue to your success. Say you love to sing. You're a gifted singer, and you can't get enough of it. You sing every song in the car. You are so talented. Your friends ask you to sing all the time for them. You are just a pop star or a rock star in the making. That right there, if you're that singer, that's the avenue to your success. Sometimes that singer, they might have people in their life telling them, that's a little far-fetched. Do you know how many singers there are? Do you know how many talented people there are? What makes you think you can do that? You should go do this. You should go do that. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a police officer, a teacher, a coach, a veterinarian. Those jobs are phenomenal. But if you're a passionate singer, there's a problem with going those other routes because that's not what you love. Does that make sense? Now, if you love animals, boom, you're a veterinarian. If you love to help people, boom, you're a teacher. Boom, you're a coach. That is what you love. But if you're that gifted singer, then you figure out a way to make singing your top priority because that's the avenue to your success. If you're a gifted singer, and this is just an example, you can plug any example into this singer example. But if you're a singer and you're going to try to be a police officer, with all due respect, you're never going to have that success that you're supposed to have because you're not doing what you love. Does that make sense? If you want to fight crime, if you want to be there for your community, and you love giving your hand for help, boom, you're a police officer. That's your avenue for success because you're doing what you love. So when you go home, think about what you really love to do. And then make sure you follow that because that's how you're really going to succeed, okay? One more time for doing what you love to do. Here's another banger. Ready? Being positive isn't pretending that everything is good. Being positive is seeing the good in everything. Being positive isn't pretending that everything is good. Being positive is seeing the good in everything. There's 3 types of mentalities you can have when something doesn't go your way. Here's an example. Say you tried out for the basketball team. You tried out for the basketball team and you didn't make it. You got cut. You can have the victim mentality. The victim mentality is the worst mentality anybody can have ever. No one is going to like you. No one is going to be around you because you're an energy drainer and nobody wants their energy drained, okay? The victim mentality, if you get cut from that basketball team, this is the type of stuff you're saying. Oh, my life sucks. Life is so unfair. I should have made that team. I can't believe they're out to get me like that. I suck. I'm not worthy. I'll never be great. That's being a victim. That's you putting that energy out there that you want people to feel bad for you. No one's going to feel bad for you if you're being a baby, you're being a wuss, you're being a victim. No one's going to want to be around you if you have that victim mentality, okay? There's another mentality you can have, and I like to call that the phony positive mentality. That's where you're dealing with a bad situation, and you keep trying to pretend that everything is all good. Oh, it's okay, you know, I'll make it next year. Oh, sun shines, rainbows, I'm happy, I'm smiling. Meanwhile, inside, you're hurting, and you're not feeling good, and you're avoiding all these sad emotions that you have, when really, you're trying to put on this act that you're happy and you're fine and everything's all good. Everything's not good. You tried your best to make a team and you got cut. That's not good. That stinks. That is not good news. You can't just be pretending that everything's all good. You need to see the good in everything, and that is the hero mentality, the real positive mentality, where you can acknowledge, damn, this stinks. I worked so hard. I am feeling it right now. I might need to cry a little bit. I might need to stay down for a minute. I just got hurt and I failed. You have to acknowledge that you failed, but then let's see the good, okay? I didn't make the team for a reason. Maybe I should go ask the coach what I did wrong or what I need to improve on, and then I can figure out how to get better. I need to work on my left-handed reverse crossover. I need to work on my outside shot. I need to work on my communication skills. You go find out what you need to work on, and then you see the good. I need to practice more. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work on my floater. I'm going to work on my game in this way, whatever it might be. And you're going to get to that level of being great because you're seeing the good. I failed. I didn't make the team. It didn't happen. How can I get better? Why didn't I make it? Maybe there's something better for me in this winter season. Didn't make the basketball team, but wow, like maybe I can try drama. Maybe I can try singing. Maybe I can try doing art. You can find other avenues instead of just either being a mope and being a victim or just pretending that everything's all good and staying exactly where you're at. Does that make sense? Seeing the good in all situations. Understand when you don't get what you want, this is not good, this stinks. But it's not going to stink forever. Let's find the good in this dark storm, let's weather it, and let's figure out a way to be better. Okay? So let's give it up for a positive mentality. Yes, positivity wins. This might be my favorite one. To be interesting, you must be interested. To be interesting, you must be interested. Who wants to be, bless you? Another one coming, or you're good? He's locked in. Who wants to be an interesting person one day? Who wants to be a person that people look up to, people admire, people want to be around, people want to share stories with, right? Everybody wants to be interesting. I know it. Everybody wants to be that individual. The way to become interesting is first being interested. Being interested in hobbies and things that you like to do. Being interested in other people. Because the more time you spend being interested in others and what they're doing, the more you can learn. What's your name right here? Jade. Say Jade is this phenomenal skier, right? She's a skier. She's so good. Jade is the best skier you know. And you want to be a really great skier too. But you have no idea what you're doing. You stink. You've never even been out there on the slopes, but you want to try it. You want to be a great skier one day. How are you going to be great? Well, I got to be interested. I got to talk to Jade right here and say, Jade, like, tell me what you did. How did you get so good? How are you able to do black diamonds at this age? Can you tell me about your training program? Can you tell me about your diet? Can you tell me about what you do to be so good? Does that make sense? You got to be interested in other people that are doing things that you want to do. If you think you can walk around and just be yourself and be interesting when you're not doing anything, no one's going to care about what you're doing because you're not doing anything. You think you're interesting, but you're not doing anything special. Learn from other people. Wow, this is what makes them interesting. I got to stay interested and learn about this skiing practice, this skiing repertoire, whatever it might be. Learn from videos, learn from books, learn from podcasts, learn from conversations. And then you take action on everything that you've learned, and day by day, month by month, year by year, decade by decade, you just grow and you just elevate, and then you become that interesting person. Okay, so stay interested. When you see something you like, follow it, ask the questions, consume it, go do it. Does that make sense? Give it up for being interested. Interested. So like I said, I've always wanted to be myself, quite like how Ernie Anastas was being who he is. My only dream that I've ever had is to be a positive influence, to be a positive role model, quite like my papu, quite like Ernie Anastas. I never knew what I wanted to do in terms of what job do I want to have, what direction do I want to go. Who feels like they don't really know what they want to do yet? I know there's somebody out here, and that's okay, because I still don't know what I want to do, and I'm admitting that wholeheartedly. I still have no idea what I want to do. But when I started my professional career, I said, okay, how can I get this thing started? I want to be in front of kids one day. I want to be in front of anybody on a stage talking to people. I want to be sharing stories and talking about whatever it might be in terms of positivity. So the only way I knew how to get started was to do what my grandfather did. My dad is also in the business as well. I got to get on television. So when I graduated college, I started my TV career in Casper, Wyoming. And here are a couple photos of me when I worked as a morning news anchor in Casper, Wyoming. I was there for 2.5 years leading the morning program for Good Morning Wyoming. And then I spent about 5 months in Oregon, which just wasn't the right situation for me. I ended up leaving the news business entirely to pursue this next dream of speaking positivity, the locked-in lifestyle, and talking about everything that I wanted to do. But when I was in Wyoming, I mean, things were insane. This was the greatest start I could have ever had. This is me and one of my guest co-anchors here anchoring an entire show on TV. It was a great time. Who knows the Harlem Globetrotters in here? The Harlem Globetrotters, they also have a team called the Harlem Wizards, which is kind of like a minor league program of what they do. They came into town. They came on our show. We're doing spin the ball on your finger drills. We're doing dribbling drills, all on live TV. They actually came into town and played a game where local volunteers like myself and other news members played against them in front of everybody at the biggest high school in town. So that game was broadcasted. We got killed by the Harlem Wizards. We got absolutely destroyed, but it was a blast. There's me in 2018 winning the Wyoming Hot Dog Eating Championship. If you need me to send you the video, I'm going to pass out my business card and I'll message you the link. I took down a competitive eater by the name of Stephanie Chu Wu. It was a 11-minute competition, and I beat her at the buzzer to break the competition record and win my very own state-of-the-art Wyoming Hot Dog Eating Championship belt.
How many hot dogs did you eat?
I ate 13 in 11 minutes. The secret is you gotta dump a whole bottle of water on every hot dog before you eat it so that bun is nice and soaked. So it just gets right down. If you try to go raw bun with nothing on it, you're gonna choke because that bread is too thick. You need it to be gross, wet, and disgusting. Just like Joey Chestnut would do it, right? Greatest athlete of all time, you can't change my mind. There's me and my morning team, Taylor Wirtz and Ryan Gold. Look at how much fun we used to have. We would have our own Good Morning Wyoming mugs we would drink out of. We would have fun cocktails and drinks for different holidays. We'd have guests come on. One of my good friends, Sabrina Spears, came on and made this delicious green orange juice type spritzer drink for St. Patrick's Day. We're having fun in our green. This is us for the Christmas Eve show that we had. Look at us. We're wearing ugly Christmas sweaters on TV, reporting the news, doing segments, doing interviews, everything under the sun. Come on, Halloween, Sully from Monsters, Inc. We got Superman, and we got some other action figure here that Taylor dressed up as. I think she's a Game of Thrones character, maybe. But bottom line is, look at how much fun we used to have. We're dressing up. We're smiling, we're playing basketball on TV, we're eating hot dogs. This is me at the National Rodeo competition that was in town. We did a full live segment, whole morning show, hour and a half. I was tying goats, I was riding animals, I was in a tractor, I was interviewing athletes, a part of the rodeo, the bull riders, everybody who's doing crazy things, roping down horses and tying them together. I mean, you covered so many cool things in Wyoming. And more importantly, the experience were awesome. But what really was special is what I learned while I was there. So a couple things that I learned. I learned about getting uncomfortable because that's where you can grow. When I was your age, 7th and 8th graders, when I was in 7th and 8th grade, I was in special reading classes. I could not read to save my life. I would go with certain groups and we would learn how to read. We'd practice reading. I hated reading in front of people. When they asked me to read in class, I would get so anxious. I would get so in my head, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would freak out. But when I went to college, I started to learn, okay, if I want to get good at being on television, if I want to get good at speaking, I got to learn how to read. I got to learn to have confidence to speak in front of people. Because right now, I'm not so good at it. I'm good at connecting, I'm good at having fun, but I wasn't good at having this type of mentality. So I had to move across the country, get my butt on TV, where I have pit stains that are going all the way down to here because I'm so nervous, so terrified of trying to read, speak, interview, and connect all on TV. So that's what I learned by going to Wyoming. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, get uncomfortable. You're never ever going to grow if you're doing things that don't put pressure on you. You should feel pressure when you're doing things that are trying to elevate you. So that's a big lesson that I learned. I also learned about chasing the opportunity, okay? Don't ever chase that job that's going to give you the highest pay. Don't go to some city because everybody says it's the most fun city to be in. Don't go somewhere because all your friends are going there. Don't go anywhere because everyone's telling you, you got to go do this. The only thing you should ever chase in your life is the opportunity. If you have the opportunity to try out for the lead in the play, go chase that opportunity. If you have the opportunity to move across the country because this job just opened up at this certain place and you're obsessed with getting this job, go chase that opportunity, okay? Because all the money and all the success and everything that you really want, it's going to be yours because you're chasing what you love. And remember what I said before? That's the avenue to your success. So always find opportunities that you want to go after. Chase that opportunity. I didn't want money. I didn't want anything besides growth. So I chased the opportunity in Wyoming. I didn't know anybody when I went there, didn't have any TV experience, felt super self-conscious about my reading abilities, had no experience in any way being on any type of platform, but I said, this is the opportunity I need to have so I can grow and get to that next level. And it's only got me in places that I couldn't even imagine, even though I'm very good at manifesting. Next, kind of like I just said, do something you would do for free. Something you would do for basically nothing. When you start to get older, when you start to think about what you really want to do after you graduate college, or if you don't go to college and you go right to work after high school, whatever you decide to do, don't focus on who's going to pay me the most right away. This is a job where I was interviewing every single person in the community. Entrepreneurs, coaches, athletes, teachers, restaurant owners, business owners. We would talk about what are you doing in the community and how is this becoming great? How are you making this place better? I fell in love with helping people tell their story and positively impacting. I got paid basically nothing. Go home and ask your parents and say, hey, if you got paid $19,000 a year, is that good? They're all going to laugh in your face because that's what I got paid. I got paid basically nothing to have all this fun and gain all this experience. Don't you dare chase the money right away. Chase something that you're passionate about and chase something that you would basically do for absolutely nothing. Coach Mike Sharp, I made $19,000 in Wyoming. Is that up or down? Good or bad? Way down. That is terrible. That is awful, but it's not about that. It's about the experience that I gained, the memories that I made, and how much better I became, and how much better my people became as well. Of course, uniting a community and building a culture. A lot of people are walking around out here waiting for other people to give them energy, waiting for other people to give them an opportunity. You have to learn how to build your own culture, build your own energy, to the point where you walk in a room and everybody wants to be on your level. They want to be at where you're at. And if you can figure out how to start a movement, a culture, unite people, bring people together in a positive way, that is the secret. If you try to jump on everybody else's bandwagon, you're never going to get that type of success. I figured out how to unite an entire city, an entire state, an entire network of people who wanted to be a part of a show and a community and what we were doing. So in any possible way, figure out how you can build that culture. Next is being obsessed with your work so you can get everything that you want. We all want money one day. We all want to find love. We all want meaningful relationships. We all want to succeed, right? if you spend so much time trying to find love, trying to find money, trying to find this and that, I'm telling you right now, you're just never going to get it. If you figure out what you love to do and you obsess over your work, you obsess over having the best show, you obsess over having the best interviews, having the best look, having the best talent around you, you are going to naturally attract everything that you've always wanted. The opportunities, the people, the connections, the money. It's going to come to you without you ever trying to go get it. Okay? Focus on the opportunity and focus on your work, because when you obsess over how much you love basketball, how much you love singing, how much you love creating content, whatever it might be, you stay focused on that, and all the right people will be like, oh my gosh, I love what you're doing, I love this, and they'll just gravitate towards you without you ever trying to sell anybody on anything. Does that make sense? And last but certainly not least, the importance of believing in myself. This is something I really need to touch on because this is as important as it gets. There is never going to be a time in your life where someone comes up to you and gives you a pair of keys and says, congratulations, you are now able to believe in yourself. You did it. Here you go. Believe in yourself now. Life is good. That moment that I just explained, that will never, ever, ever happen. There will be people who come into your life that tell you, you are so phenomenal. You gotta keep going. You gotta start this project. You got to believe in who you are. You gotta believe in what your vision is. There's gonna be a ton of people who gas you up and try so hard to get you to believe. And that's gonna feel good to get that type of love. But that doesn't matter unless you take what they say or you take what you know and you think, okay, I do believe in myself. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to create this and I'm not going to care about what they said. I'm going to start this and I'm not going to worry about people who don't get it. I'm going to believe that I can make something and take it as far as I can go. So when people tell you, you're that singer, you're amazing at basketball, I watch your videos, whatever they tell you, when people give you that love, understand that you're making an impact and use that to know, wow, if I'm getting other people to believe, I just got to keep believing in myself so I can make everything and more happen. You can never wait around for someone to give you that free keys to be like, hey, now you believe. You have to dig deep one of these days and know, I'm capable of anything, I'm going to make it happen, and no one's going to stop me. And that's exactly what I learned while I was in Wyoming. Because like I said, I couldn't read, I didn't know what I was doing, I had no confidence, I had no business being in this role, but I put myself there, I got uncomfortable, chased that opportunity, did it for basically nothing, united people, and fell in love with what I did. And when you do all of those in that order, that's how you ultimately learn how to believe in yourself. Does that make sense? Come on. Give it up for believing in yourself. We got a few more slides. Now it's time to get locked in. Okay? I want to talk about the locked in lifestyle and what this message means and how this can really put everything full circle. That's me wearing some locked in hoodie merch that I've created. There's me wearing the vintage locked in hoodie. Look at Coach Mike Sharp back there. He's wearing the same locked in hoodie that I'm rocking right here. Yeah, because this guy's the definition of locked in. Yeah. How do you like this? So the Adirondack Thunder, the team that I work for, they get it. They understand the message. They came up to me and they said, Billy, let's put locked in on an Adirondack Thunder shirt and let's sell it in the team store. So last Saturday, they launched a brand new line of Adirondack Thunder locked-in t-shirts. These are some of my best friends and greatest supporters ever who are locked in. They bought the shirts, they're repping the Adirondack Thunder, and they're repping the locked-in message. So I'm going to tell you real quick what it means to be locked in, all right? What does it mean? Look, there's my guy. My guy and I are wearing the locked-in shirts. Everybody in the arena, everybody around the Adirondack Thunder community, They're getting it. They're understanding that when you stay locked in, your whole life gets better instantly. Most importantly, over time, okay? So being locked in, no living in the past. You're not dwelling on any situation that happened to you. Say you failed, you got cut, something didn't go your way. That cannot dictate what you do now, in the moment, okay? If you're gonna spend all this time thinking, man, like, I failed so bad during that audition, I can never audition again because I sucked. Yeah, you blew it and you sucked, but that doesn't mean you can't get better right now so you don't blow it in the future. Does that make sense? You're not gonna let a moment in the past hold you back from what you need to do right now. It also goes the same way with winning. Say you won something in the past. You were the hot dog eating champion. You can't think, well, I'm the hot dog eating champion now, I'm the greatest ever, I don't have to do anything for the rest of my life. That's not true. Because you won in the past, that should make you want to win now again in the future. So don't live on your wins, don't live on your losses. Every loss is a lesson learned. Do not ever live in the past. No dwelling on the past. Also, no freaking out about the future. You might have that big test coming up. You got the school dance. You have a big show. You got a big game, whatever it might be. Don't you ever get in your head thinking, this moment's going to be too big for me. I can't handle the pressure. I can't handle this show. Oh my God, I got to get all this stuff done for then. Don't be anxious about it. If you stay locked in on what you have to do right now to be prepared for that future moment, you stay present, you lock in on your studies, you lock in on your work, you lock in on doing drills, whatever it might be. You do it now, and then when you get to that show, you get to that performance, you get to that game, you're already locked in. You didn't spend any time worrying about it and thinking about, oh my God, this can go so wrong. It's not even a real moment yet. You're not even there. And that leads to being present, being right here, taking every conversation to heart, looking people in the eye when you're talking. If you're studying for a test, you're studying for a test. You're not going on your phone. You're not thinking about that loss. You're not getting anxious about the future. You're focused, you're in the moment, and you're present. And you're doing whatever you have to do now to set yourself up for future success, okay? It also means being kind, being encouraging, and respecting everybody. I said this numerous times during this presentation. When you see somebody doing something that you admire, when you see someone who's doing something that you respect, you gotta let them know. Pass on that positivity. You like someone's shirt that day, tell them that you love that shirt. You saw their video that they posted on TikTok the night before, tell them to their face, that video made me laugh. It killed me, I loved it. Someone says a funny joke, tell them I love your jokes, I love what you say, I love what you do. Pass on that positivity and respect everybody. Someone might be doing something that you don't understand. You don't get this individual and what they're doing. That does not mean they're weird. That does not mean that they're a freak. That just means they're different. We're all different. So if someone loves to watch basketball and someone loves to watch Pokemon, there's nothing weird about basketball or Pokemon. Someone just loves one and someone loves the other. If someone loves wearing a mohawk, where it's the reverse mohawk and you have a buzz right down the middle and two pieces of hair on the side, yeah, that's different, right? That doesn't make somebody weird. You might never have that type of haircut, but to someone else, that style is cool and that style is in. So even if you don't like it, at least sit back and be like, okay, there's a reason behind this. This person's different. I respect it. Because when someone's different, that's how you earn the respect. If you try to be like everybody else, you're going to fit in and you're never going to be that special, successful person. However you can stay different and true to yourself, that's how you're going to get to that next level. Being kind, being encouraging, and respecting everyone. I put this one in here again because this is so special. Seeing the good in everything. having that positive mindset. Your friend tells you last minute, I can't sleep over tonight. Sorry, I can't come. Don't be that person that is now all mad, all disappointed, all upset because last minute your friend bailed on you. Immediately just think to yourself, darn, I wanted her to come over. I wanted him to come over. But they didn't come over for a reason. There's a reason why they didn't come. I got to figure out that reason. Maybe I should hop on the video games and play my friend and find joy playing video games. Maybe I should try recording a video because I was thinking about trying to do this, but I didn't have time because my friend was coming over. Maybe I should go play a card game with my mom because I know how special that would mean to her, right? Think about how you can turn any negative situation into a positive situation. You've got to be able to do it like that. Stinks, your friend's not coming over, bailed last minute, boom, darn. Okay, what's the good in this? Not going to sit here all night complaining, crying, and whining, being all mad at my friend for some reason I don't even know about. I'm going to find some good in the situation. Does that make sense? See that? Good. Last but not least, making a positive difference. Okay? Be that person that's the highlight of someone's day. Be that person that does something extraordinary. But the secret is, if you want to be that person, you're going to be misunderstood. You're going to fail a lot. You're going to look like an idiot. You're going to look like a buffoon. I can speak from existence. I can speak from experience, okay? There's been so many times in my life that I've done something that I love to do, done something that I know is so positive, and I got a room full of people, I got an individual, I got a group of parents, I got some people looking at me like I have 12 heads, like I'm a nut job, like I'm a crazy man. But it only takes one person to see the vision, understand what you're trying to say, and they're inspired. You just made a positive difference. You might have struck out with everybody else, but if you made a positive difference in one person's life, you won. You're a winner. You did something spectacular. Don't be that person trying to make everybody happy. Don't be that person. Be that person that makes yourself happy, and be that person that tries to make a difference in just one person's life. Stay true to yourself and make that positive difference. Does that make sense? Give it up for positivity again. Come on. All right. Last but not least, how do you get locked in? This ties everything together. Believing in yourself. We know that importance. Taking action and working hard. Every second of every day, we have ideas and visions pop into our head, right? Who's got ideas all the time about projects you could do, things you want to say, whatever it might be? We all have ideas. Those ideas do not mean anything unless you take action and work hard. Say you're sitting at home and you're watching TikTok, you're watching YouTube, just another example, and you love what this person is doing. It is so funny, it is so inspiring, you just absolutely adore it and you love it. If you're that type of person that says, wow, like, I've wanted to try stuff like this. I've actually had an idea so similar to this. I think I should try it, right? I'm sure someone in this room has gone through what I'm talking about right now. It is a shame if you sit there for the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and you don't do anything about that idea. If you see something that you like, and it sparks an idea, and you can realistically go take action to turn nothing into something, get up off your butt and go try it. Even if you don't post it, even if you don't share it with anybody, even if you're the only one to watch what you created, maybe you'll watch it back and be like, oh my God, I love this. I gotta share it with everybody. Or you'll look back and you'll be like, oh God, this actually looked terrible. This is not what I thought it was gonna be. But when you lose like that, you're now even more inspired to try something else because knowing who you are, you want to get this thing right? You're not going to settle with a failure. You're not going to settle with a crappy video or a crappy idea. You're going to try that next idea, that next one, and that next one Until finally, you get it right, you're proud of your work, and now you share it, you post it, you show your mom, you show your dad, and now you can make someone else's day and inspire somebody else. Does that make sense? Any idea? I just use content creation as an example. You have a song you want to make? Start writing some lyrics down. You want to make a journal post in your notebook? Start journaling. You want to draw a picture of a butterfly because you saw the most beautiful butterfly on your walk home? Draw that butterfly. Whatever it is that you are envisioning in your head, take action on it and work really hard. Don't be half in. You got to be all in. All in on that drawing, all in on that video, all in. You feel me? Like I said before, doing what you know makes you feel alive, surrounding yourself with the best people, okay? Anything that gives you life, anything that gives you joy, you go do it. It doesn't matter if people don't like it. It doesn't matter if people don't get it. You go do it. And when you're around that support system, when you're around people who clap for you and cheer for you and make you want to do great things while they're doing great things, that's how you elevate. That's how you build your locked-in lifestyle dream team, and that's how you take things to the next level. That's how you become that host. You become that musician. You become that sponsorship partner that you're now working for other people. That's how you become what you want to become. This is as valuable as I can ever get into. Stop caring about what other people think. I always like to say, it doesn't matter what they think. All that matters is what you know. Okay? If you know you can do something, you make it happen. So many people in this life, they don't do what they really want to do. All because they're worried about what someone else is going to think about it. And realistically, they're never going to tell you, and you're never going to hear about that crap talk. And I'm going to tell you straight up, when you do something cool, when you do something original, there's going to be a lot of people who talk behind your back. Okay? There's going to be a lot of people who talk behind your back about what you're doing and why it's stupid and why they don't get it. But you're never going to hear that. They're just talking negatively behind your back. Who cares? Let them talk. They're going to spread your message while you continue to lock in on what you want to do. Okay? And if you have the ability to speak it into existence, if you know you can talk out your dreams, share it with the world, it will always come true. Everything we say always comes true. Remember I said that in that rap lyric? Everything I say always comes true. Talk your it'll work for you too. Okay? If you can speak your dreams into existence, say to your friend, hey, I'm going to change the world one day. I'm going to do this, 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 and that. And your actions align with what you're saying, it's always going to come true. Okay? It might sound crazy, it might sound silly, but I promise you, that's what's going to happen. Okay? So who feels like they're a little bit more locked in right now? Everybody? Anybody? Okay, before I let you guys go, I need everybody to join the Locked In Lifestyle officially. Take your own Locked In bracelet, any color that you want. Come on. Any color that you want. Anybody have any questions about anything? What's up? What's up? Have I ever met Giannis? Yeah, I got a picture with him. I shook his hand, and his entire hand just like squeezed my whole, his hand is bigger than my head. Isn't that crazy? Anybody else have any questions? Anything? Want a bracelet? You sure? Come on, take one. So now I want you guys to really think about what we talked about today, all right? Some of y'all took notes. Some of y'all made sure that you were locked in. I want you to think about things that you want to do. What's up?
Would you rather play basketball?
I'd rather play basketball because I'm better at it. But right now, I think I'd rather play hockey because I want to learn how to get good at it. So basketball is my favorite sport, but I think I'd like to learn how to play hockey. You see how I answered that? I stink at hockey. I don't know what I'm doing. but I'm interested in learning about hockey. I'm down to suck for the moment. I'm down to be not good when you start, okay? So when you think about what you want to do, you got to understand that you're not going to be good at it when you first get going, okay? You are not going to be as good as you want to be, but if you just keep it up, if you keep the momentum rolling, eventually you're going to be spectacular at it. Come on, my man, take one. Coach Sharp?
I got it.
Take another one. Get double lock.
I'll double lock.
Get some power. Just
How much time we got about 15 minutes. So I've known Billy for just over a year, right?
Yes, sir.
Just over a year. And ironic story about how we met. See what he's wearing on his feet?
Red sneakers.
So red sneakers. So you know how many people dress up in a tie and a suit coat, dress pants, and sneakers, right? So he's walking at the arena one time. I'm like, I love it. This is great. My daughter happened to be wearing red sneakers at the same time, and I was like, Lex, show him your sneakers. She's like, oh, Lex, show him your sneakers. So he's walking up there, like, Billy, she puts her feet up on the chair in front of her, and it was like, there it was.
The connection.
That was the connection. He came over, we started talking, and I'll tell you, one of the things that I think, for me, makes me get locked in more is surrounding yourself with people that support you.
Exactly.
That is huge. We talked about this in my first health class with 8th graders. We'll talk about it later. Water on a duck's back. Okay? When there's negative people around you, when there's negative vibes around you, you guys have to let it just go. Let it go, because it's not going to do you any good. So if you ever look at a video of water on a duck's back, okay, you could dump 5 gallons of water on a duck's back, and it beads up and it rolls away. Why? Because the duck has no room for that. Got no room for it. My uncle also says, go where the gold is, which means go where it's important, go where it's powerful, go where it's valuable. People who are not supporting you, people who are not helping you, they're only hurting you. And to be successful, to move forward, to be positive, to be happy, you can't have that. So you guys got to go where the gold is. You got to surround yourself with people like this guy. Okay, I tell you, we have Billy. My family has Billy. We need Billy time. All right.
Respect.
Like we have Billy withdrawals. We do. And I'll text him, Billy. I'm having Billy withdrawals. You know.
Whenever you need me, call me up.
We call each other. We talk to each other. Why? Because he's full of energy. You can't say what's the first. He met Mr. Soto this morning. Got out of the truck, said something to him, met Billy immediately. He goes, whoa, you got a lot of energy. You can feel it.
Thank you.
You can feel it. And that right there is testimony that positive mindset, that locked in positive. He's locked in on who he is. He's locked in on what he does. And it's there. It's there. And if you guys do that with yourselves, and I talked about this, it's so hard for you at this time in your lives. You're finding out who you are. You're hanging around people. You're trying different things. You got to believe it. You got to do it. Okay? Don't let somebody tell you you can't do something. Somebody says, I can't do something, that makes me work harder. Oh yeah? Watch me. Watch me.
Yeah. Before we go, we got a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
I do want to get a group picture. We'll handle that at the end. But I want to give you guys the opportunity to talk a little bit, to speak your dreams a little bit into existence. Can we do that? Are we down for that? I got another slide. I thought we didn't have enough time, but we actually do. We're going to speak about what we want to do, what dreams that we have. I don't want anybody to feel self-conscious about how big their dream is, all right? If you have the ability to say it out loud, talk about what you want to do, share it with your classmates, share it with your people. Like I said, those actions aligned with what you're saying is going to come true. So I need a couple people to tell me what they want to do. Let's go. Stand up, tell me your name, and tell me your dream, bro. Yeah, back there. Come on, get up. Stand up. Come on, you're the star of the show now, bucko.
Probably want to go into soccer.
You want to go into soccer?
Yeah, professional soccer.
You want to play soccer? You want to be a coach? You want to be in the organization?
Soccer.
Play soccer professional. What's your name?
Floyd.
Clay, come on, give it up for the future star. Clay, go, big time. Let's go, up. Name and what you want to do.
My name's Sydney, and I want to go finish high school and then go to college for
Childhood what?
delivery.
Childhood delivery, okay. That's the definition of positive impact. Come on, let's go. Who's next?
My name is Ellie, and I want to be a police officer.
Ellie wants to be a police officer. She wants to serve justice, fight crime. That's what I'm talking about. I love your glasses too. Who's next? Up.
My name's Cameron. I want to be a computer engineer.
A computer engineer. You see, when it comes to engineering, that stuff scares the life out of me because I have no idea how to even tackle that. But like I said, when you see someone who's completely different than you, their passions are different, you gotta tip your cap and be like, you're a badass, man. I could never do that. That's you. You handle that and you become the star, all right? If you're not in that engineering bag, but someone else is, whatever, always respect someone for having that passion for whatever it is, all right? That's my guy. Who's next? Come on, right here. Get up. Say it with your chest.
My name's Peyton, and I want to be a NASA engineer.
A what engineer?
NASA.
A NASA engineer. Are we going to space?
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Peyton.
Hey, everybody. Peyton's going to the moon. Literally and figuratively. This guy's got something to say.
My name's Cameron, and I want to be a professional soccer player.
Professional soccer player. You guys gonna be on the same team?
You guys know what team you want to be on?
Yeah. Hey, what team do you want to be on?
FC Barcelona.
FC Barcelona?
Yeah, I go Barcelona PhD.
Love it, love it. I gotta throw something else in there. I like to say plan A all the way. When I say that, I mean if you want to be a soccer player, you want to be an engineer, you want to be a police officer, don't live your life, you gotta listen to this, don't live your life saying, well, if this doesn't work out, I can fall back on this. I'm going to tell you straight up, if that's your mentality, you are never going to be a soccer player. You're never going to be an engineer. You're never going to be a police officer. If your mentality is, I got this backup plan, if this doesn't work out, that plan A never going to happen. So you stay committed to your plan A. Maybe you want to be a soccer player. Plan A all the way, I want to play soccer. You're in college, you tear both your knees. Wow, damn, it's over. But you didn't have a plan B. The dream is still soccer. Maybe there's a coaching opportunity. You can be a soccer coach. Maybe you can be a teacher and instruct certain kids how to be a great soccer player, or you can be a gym teacher. That opportunity will be there for you along the way. So stay committed to being an officer, being an engineer, being a soccer player. And if things go south, if things don't happen the way you thought they were, that next opportunity is just going to be there for you, I promise, if you don't have that backup plan B, okay? Write this down if you have your notes out. Plan A all the way. Plan A all the way. You cannot forget it. Even if you don't have notes, that's going to be tattooed in your brain. Plan A all the way. Who's next in the dream? We got a couple more minutes. Come on. Come on, talk that talk. Yeah, get up.
My name's Schroon. I want to go to college for basketball.
I want to go to college and play basketball. Where are we going? UCLA? All right, UCLA. Who do you like? Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love? Brett, come on. All right, we got to respect greatness. No more Kevin Love or Russell Westbrook slander. Who's next? But I'll see you at the big leagues, all right? Come on, get up. Get up. You want to go to the NBA? What team we playing for? The Warriors. What about the Knicks? Knicks fans in here? Come on. You live in New York. You live in New York. We're the Knicks fans. Come on. I can't with these guys. 76ers? Come on. All right. This is going to drive you nuts. How much time we got?
We got about 7 minutes.
All right. Give me 3 more people. Boom. He's got options. He's got options. Who's winning the Super Bowl, Chiefs or Eagles?
Eagles.
Raise your hand if you think the Chiefs are going all the way. How about the Eagles? Boo! Let's go Chiefs. All right, 2 more people. Come on. I need 2 more people. Somebody get up. Don't be scared. Don't be self-conscious. Stand up again, sure.
If I can't be police officer, I want to be the Air Force.
That correlates. We'll have that go hand in hand. So you want to keep the goal as you want to serve the community, you want to serve people, okay? You go Air Force, you go police officer, it's all under the same umbrella, okay? I like it. So come on, we need one more bag right here. The skier, right? You're a skier.
No, I'm actually not. My name's Jade. I want to do photography, but I'm going to work with my dad part-time driving a truck.
Love it, love it. All right. Before we go, there's just one final message I just want to share, short and simple. Ties everything together. Just be yourself. Just be who you really are, all right? Don't change for anybody. When you grow up one day and when you elevate, maybe some of your friends from the past, they're not on your level anymore. Never dumb yourself down to fit into situations that no longer serve you, okay? You stay committed to your goals, your dreams, and what you want to do. Don't you ever think you have to change because there's pressure to do this or that to fit this group or that group or this situation. Stay different. Maybe you got to be alone for a little bit. If you're misunderstood, that means you're making progress. If you're not misunderstood, you're not making progress, okay? It's a dark truth. It's a little scary, but when you're doing stuff that makes you completely different, always remember that's what keeps you locked in, and that's what makes you special, okay? So one more time for the locked in lifestyle. Can I invite everybody up here to take a group picture? Is that cool? Yeah. There we go. You guys were a great audience. Coach Sharp. All right, everybody. Group shot. Everybody's got a smile, right? We're locked in and we're doing great things.
Put the microphone right out of the way. Parker, you in this? Yes? Get in there. Scott, take a knee in front of the body. Hunter, you gotta slide over. Gotta get in there, guys.
Coach, don't zoom or anything.
I'm not.
Put it on point
Slide in, slide in, slide in. Here we go. You ready? Who's locked in?
Yeah.
There we go.
Wait, let me just check it real quick. All right, guys. Everybody put your wrist in. I want you to be locked in, all right?
Page meets.
Yeah.
Everybody got it in? Hold on. Let me get a top tier view.
Russell Westbrook.
No. Smile, smile.